What are you messing around with there?
A radio. I can't get it to work, though.
Here, let me have a look. There are no batteries in this thing.
What now?
Oh, you
know that there are
stupid,
no batteries in
dumb
that thing.
bitch. Hello, everyone. I'm Private Hudson, and this is The Walking Dead, episode 1 of a 5-part series. Like the TV show, the game is based on the Walking Dead graphic novel. The purists out there will be happy to know the game doesn't take the TV show series as canon. Personally, I don't care. I never read the graphic novel, but I love the TV show, and this is coming from someone who never watches TV. The Walking Dead is a point-and-click adventure game developed by Telltale Games. I've never been a big fan of point-and-clicks, and Telltale only develop point-and-clicks. Genre-wise, I like some old stuff, such as Beneath a Steel Sky and Beavis and Butt-Head Virtual Stupidity. And for the most part, even though I don't enjoy the genre, I will admit most of the games have very good writing and very interesting characters. I have two issues with the genre. Number 1, hidden objects. Most point-and-click games devolve into a scavenger hunt, where you end up moving your mouse cursor up and down every single pixel of your screen, looking for that one hidden item that is central to solving your puzzle. Number 2, the puzzles themselves. They're extremely illogical and require obtuse item combinations to solve things. For example, in one of Telltale's previous games, Hector: Badge of Carnage, the solution to the first room requires opening up a metal grate with a spoon to find a shoe, then taking the shoelace out and combining it with a condom, then dropping it into a toilet filled with excrement to pick up a paper clip that can be used to lock-pick the door. No. Thankfully, The Walking Dead has none of that. There is no item combining inventory management. The puzzles don't feel like puzzles at all, but logical steps you take to ensure your continued survival. And thankfully, they left in the great humor of point-and-click games when you try to interact with two items that obviously have no relation to each other.
Open sesame.
That won't work.
I was kidding.
It's universal, but not that universal.
I know, Doug.
Unfortunately, The Walking Dead takes a few steps back as well. The game is extremely clunky. Selecting things is difficult for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Interactive elements in the environment need to be clicked in a very small specific spot for the action to occur. This gets extremely annoying. When starting the game, you're presented with a selection of two UIs. There's the standard UI, which practically plays the game for you, by telling you which of your dialogue choices and actions will have a future impact on the game. Then, there is the minimalist UI, which disables that. The standard UI, however, introduces an element that reduces the clunky, frustrating object searching. While using the standard UI, when your mouse cursor is in the vicinity of an interactive object, the spot where you need to click on shows up. Your cursor still needs to be close to the object for it to light up, so don't go thinking that this spoils the game for you. Turns out, you can actually mix and match the UIs. Thanks for fucking letting me know, Telltale. It wasn't until my 4th playthrough of the game did I realize this, because there's absolutely no mention of it anywhere. If you go into gameplay settings, you can select which UI elements to enable or disable. This means you can keep the story notifications off while retaining what I consider to be the fixed object searching. So why the hell do you give me an option for two UIs then, you dumbasses, when there's more than that? Guess I'll keep it in mind for future episodes. Nothing I can do about it now. But yeah, I did play through this one 4 times. That should give you a sign that I either view this game as a very good one, or I'm a masochist. This time around, it's the former. I thoroughly enjoyed the first episode. The graphic style is fantastic. I love cel-shaded graphics. If you want your game to stand the test of time, use cel-shaded graphics. Jet Set Radio from the Dreamcast still looks gorgeous to this day. The Walking Dead doesn't have very high-res or detailed textures, and you can see some really low-res ones on zombies and stuff on the background. But overall, the aesthetic is great, and so is the facial animation. The game also only uses 300 megabytes of video memory when maxed out. The sound design is equally fantastic. Both the voice acting and music are really well done. Well, except for that dumbass little kid.
How you doing, Duck?
Good. I'm gonna drive the tractor. I'm the foreman. Lift with your back, Sean.
Please die in the series. Please. The Walking Dead does have its flaws, though. The whole point of the game is a story tailored specifically for you, depending on which choices you make. You play as Lee Everett, a convicted murderer who escapes from his police car due to a crash and is given a second chance of life in the zombie apocalypse. You stumble across a little girl who's been by herself this whole time and basically become her guardian and protector.
It smells like...
Shit. I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk like that.
That was a swear.
Oh god damn it, little girl, your parents are dead. Who gives a shit if I said shit?
Dad.
You establish relationships with other various survivors, and your dialogue with them will affect their opinion of you. The time dialogue system is similar to the one in Alpha Protocol, and it's executed perfectly. It gives you little time to think during the game's tense moments. You can choose to be open about your identity or try to conceal it. However, your choices don't really change all that much story-wise. You may get some different scenes and different dialogue, but the outcome will almost always play out the exact same way, no matter what you decide to do. Hopefully this will be expanded upon in future episodes. However, my expectations are very low. Telltale have had several duds in the past. I also doubt they're going to have the time and ability to code and record voice acting for what could eventually be hundreds of variations of choices in the span of a single month. Telltale have proven themselves to be exceptionally lazy. I'm playing the PC version of the game, and when I go to the control menu, I get the controls for the 360 pad. Why on earth would you play a point-and-click game with a controller is beyond me. The performance is also awful. The game stutters like crazy. The solution is to disable post-processing and to set shadows to low. Of course, this game is not even remotely intensive, nor is the graphical fidelity very high. Why I have to lower graphical settings of a game that isn't intensive is beyond me as well. And why am I limited to 3 save files? I have 1 SSD and 6 hard drives in my computer. I'm not fucking playing on a console. Space is not an issue. You'd think that if a developer creates a game that's based around choices, they wouldn't limit the amount of various endgame saves you could potentially create. To add more fuel to the fire, it's been a month and a half and not a single patch has been released. The control list is still the 360 pad and the stuttering is still there. Guess what else is missing? Episode 2! That's right, Telltale, what the fuck happened to releasing an episode each month? Episode 1 came out April 24th. I'm recording this video June 7th. If it's too difficult to follow your own goals and standards, then perhaps you should rethink your development model, or maybe stop wasting time by filming a shitty weekly Playing Dead YouTube video that no one gives a flying fuck about. Regardless of my apathy towards Telltale, I truly did enjoy episode 1. Even if future episodes don't expand on variation and consequences, I'd still say they're worth it. For $25 you get 5 episodes. The first episode took me 2.5 hours to play through the first time around. You'll most likely want to replay it again, making different choices to see how those will play out in episode 2. Either way, we're looking at a minimum of 10 hours of gameplay for the entire series. The story and characters are strong enough to carry the game, even if Telltale fails with their ambitious goal of creating a unique story based on the choices you make.
It's still not working?
Yeah, I can't figure it out.
Let me have a look at that thing.
Go ahead.
Are you kidding me?